Hey there Pokemon fans, Fardreamer101 here, and welcome to the first ever episode of Dex-Nav. Now before you think, wait a minute, who's this guy and where's Spinder? Well, don't panic, he'll be up shortly to navigate you through our first month's movesets and strategies. But first I'm going to go through some facts and info about my boy and favourite Pokemon, Charizard and Charizard X. So, let's start with the basics. Charizard is the finely evolved form of the super cute Charmander line, evolving into Charmeleon, Charizard, and then through Mega Evolution Charizard X or Charizard Y. They made their first appearance way back in 1996 in the original Game Boy games Pokémon Red and Pokémon Blue, and they've stayed a fan favourite ever since, even beating out Pikachu in a poll by Nintendo Official Magazine way back in 2012. Despite its looks before it Mega Evolves, Charizard is not a dragon. Gumi is a dragon, Charizard is not a dragon. No, I don't get it either. Really, GameFreak? How is a slug a dragon but things looks like a dragon not a dragon? I suppose Pokemon doesn't always have to make sense. Charizards are extremely loyal to their trainers and noble in battle, as they will never turn their full heat of their fire on a weaker foe. However, remember trainers, be careful. If the fire on its tail goes out or is extinguished, your Charizard will die. So here are 3 tips to ensure that doesn't happen. Number 1, never bath your Charizard. Number 2, never leave it out in the rain. And number 3, never ever take it swimming. Just before the release of Pokemon X and Y, none of us had the faintest clue about Mega Evolution. That all changed though during the Pokemon Origins anime series, which if you haven't seen yet, pause this video, click on the link down below and go and see it, as it's absolutely brilliant. Okay, done that? Brilliant. If you haven't, spoilers ahead guys, we don't want to give anything away, but you've been warned. So during the climatic battle with Mewtwo, Charizard's Mega Stone reacts to the bond he shares with Red, and gets finally Mega Evolves into Charizard X. And at last, finally, gets Dragon type typing. And gives us our first look at Mega Evolution. Personally, this guy is my favourite Mega, and probably one of the Pokemon I've had the most success with on Battle Spot. And while Spinder is going to take you through some battle strategy and sets, I just wanted to share mine with you, as it's a little uncommon, but works well if used correctly. I'm not including EV spreads, as Spinder's got that covered for you. So this is my preferred set, and here are some options for you to try. So moveslot 1, Flame Charge. This allows you to set up giving you a +1 speed, so you're outspeeding pretty much everything in the game, and still get damage off. Once done, you're ready to sweep. Moveset base 2, Dragon Claw. Stab and Tough Claws equals utter destruction, and even hitting neutral will wreak massive damage on most Pokemon. Number 3, Rock Slide. This echoes the ever-present Talonflame and Charizard Y. Moveslot 4 is Earthquake. This gives you great coverage and will destroy Blaziken and that infernal Infernape, who still rocks around quite often on Battle Spot. However, if you want to mix it up, you do have some options. You can always swap Dragon Claw for Outrage. It's a base 120 plus stab, plus Tough Claws boosts, or utter wreck most teams. However, you are locked in, so it is risky, particularly if they are carrying Fairy types. And Rock Slide can always be swapped out for Thunder Punch, as it still hits flying types and will also allow you to hit bulky rock types like Azumarill. Thanks for listening guys, here's Spinder with the battle strategy.
I'm Spinner94, and from what you heard from Fardreamer just there, Charizard X, pretty powerful Pokemon. I mean, let's just take a look at these stats for a start. I mean, wow. 130 attack plus Tough Claws boost. Yeah, that Dragon Claw is probably the hardest hitting Dragon Claw in the game, especially under a Dragon Dance as well. This thing hits like a truck. So, the basic build, obviously, your item is going to have to be the Mega Charizard X for obvious reasons. Your ability Tough Claws is if you make a contact move, you multiply over 1.3, so basically let's just say 33%. So yeah, Dragon Claw is going to hurt, Flare Blitz is going to hurt, and they're going to be your 2 main stab moves, which are going to end up wrecking face. Dragon Dance, obviously, if you get that chance to set up, do it. You'll be one of the strongest hitting things in the game. You have to really worry about highly defensive walls. As I say, you'll probably see Landorus and Gliscor there. They're 2 of your bigger threats, and of course Azumarill, but we'll go into that later and how you may be able to counter them. So, of course, that's your classic set. Earthquake deals with Heatran, stuff like that. If someone actually uses Dig, very unlikely, but yeah, you're going to wreck them basically. Hurts a lot of counters, hurts those other fire types, hurts the Basically hurts fire types, hurts steel types, but I don't anyone switching a steel type on a Charizard X, but you get the basic idea from there. So the EV spread will go with a classic, not defense, what am I thinking? We'll go at max attack, and we'll go max speed. I prefer the jolly nature, just for the fact I know I'm going to outspeed everything, and even if something comes in that's Scarf Draft or a Dragon Dance, I'm most likely going to be able to outspeed, so that's what I'd honestly prefer to run. I'd recommend Adamant, maybe if you have a sticky web set, like I've set up on your team, because you can get sticky web on their side of the field, and from there you could probably just get a sweep. So that's one recommended set. Another recommended set, I do quite like the idea of running this very defensive cuff. Let's be fair, 1-1-1 defense, not bad defense. You could run this as a bulky wall. I mean, you do get access to Will-O-Wisp because you are a fire type, so that's pretty good. I mean, 85% chance to burn the target, 24 uses on max PP. That shuts that down. Fire types are going to come in, obviously, when they see what you do in the Will-O-Wisp, so you have your Earthquake to sort them out. Fire Punch over Flare Blitz for this set, because basically recoil damage, you don't want to be taking that when you're a wall, you want to remain healthy as possible. And you've got Roost, of course, to keep you healthy. Obviously the flying type doesn't matter when you're a Charizard X. EV spread for this, max health, max defense, pretty simple, impish nature. You could go with some speed. The small gun set does encourage investment in the speed, so you can take some out of defense and put the rest in speed, so you are outspeeding some threats in the tier. But I do like the idea of being bulky, but I can definitely see the speed being useful. So it's up to you. Do you want to outspeed some potential threats and get that Will-O-Wisp on, or do you just want to be a big bulky set to come in late game and just bulk everything out and Will-O-Wisp stuff? Even there, actually, with the max defense set, you can end up Will-O-Wisping an Azumarill with huge power and shutting it down for good, especially if they get cocky and go for a belly drum. Yeah, the ones you've got the burn on them, you've shut them down, and yeah, they're going to be like a +6, but with a burn, it practically nulls that out, and you are going to be able to take it out, as long as they don't get a crit or something along those lines. So that's another idea. The defensive set, it is a shame because you don't get to use your Tough Claws boost as much, but you only really get to use it for Fire Punch, but that's another set. And of course another great set, another offensive one, very similar to the Dragon Dance one, but a Charizard X gets Sword Dance. So yeah, +2, this could be a really good wall breaker. Once you're at +2, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw pretty much kill whatever you wanted to. Azumarill does counter your, Landorus does counter your, Gliscor does kind of counter your, but you can go EQ. It doesn't particularly counter them obviously, but it gives you a little bit more coverage. And the Dragon Claw with that chance to get a crit as well, I believe, no additional effect here. I think that's wrong. I think you get like a +1 chance to get a crit with Dragon Claw, but either way, the Tough Claw is boosted, plus obviously all these base stats will go into it nicely, and you'll take care of Gliscor and Landorus. Under this set, let's just say definitely Azumarill is going to be the counter for it, especially Landorus is going to be pretty much a counter, but if it switches in, you'll be able to do some damage. But yeah, that's pretty much the way I'd recommend those sets. So that's 3 ideas for Charizard X. Obviously counters, definitely Landorus, definitely Azumarill, definitely Gliscor. If there's any other counters below, definitely say they're just the first 3 that come to my head.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like and a comment below, and of course please check out Fardreamer's channel. This video wouldn't have been possible without him. Anyway, so we're gonna have another one of these on Fardreamer's channel next month sometime, and these 3 Pokemon you're going to get to vote for: Articuno, Gengar or Flogus. So if you'd like to see a guide and a bit of the lore for these Pokemon, please tell us below, and the one who receives the most votes or likes will definitely be in the next guide. Thank you very much for watching guys, and peace out.